The misconception of prayer. We often say, all I can do now is pray. But have you ever stopped to realize how backward that statement is? When you say, all I can do is pray, you are acting as if talking to the creator of the universe is a last resort, a desperate plan B when your own strength fails. Today, I want to challenge that mindset. Prayer isn't a backup plan. It is the battlefield. It isn't a weak ritual. It is the most powerful force available to a believer. If you've been feeling like your prayers are just hitting the ceiling, stay tuned. We are about to rediscover why you should never underestimate the power of prayer. Point 1. Prayer moves the hand of God. The Bible tells us in James 5, verse 16, that the earnest prayer of a righteous person has great power and produces wonderful results. Notice it doesn't say the prayer of a perfect person, but a righteous one, someone covered by the grace of Jesus. Prayer is the legal invitation for God to intervene in earthly affairs. God is sovereign, yes, but he chose to work through the prayers of his people. When you pray, you aren't just talking to the air, you are accessing the throne room of the King of Kings. History isn't just shaped by politicians or generals, it is shaped by people on their knees. Prayer changes the atmosphere, not just the situation. Sometimes we underestimate prayer because we don't see an immediate change in our circumstances. We pray for a mountain to move, and it stays put. But look closer. Even if the mountain hasn't moved yet, prayer is changing you. Philippians 4, verses 6-7 tells us not to be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer, to let our requests be known to God. And the promise isn't an immediate yes. It's the peace of God which surpasses all understanding. Prayer is the divine exchange where you hand over your anxiety and receive his peace. It shifts your perspective from the size of your giant to the size of your God. We must remember that we are in a spiritual war. Ephesians 6 describes the armor of God, and after listing the sword and the shield, it says, praying at all times in the Spirit. Prayer is your long-range weapon. It reaches places you cannot go. It touches hearts you cannot speak to. It protects children who are miles away from home. When you pray, you are deploying spiritual reinforcements. Underestimating prayer is like a soldier going into battle and forgetting they have a radio to call for air support. Your air support is the heavenly host, and prayer is how you call them in. The power of persistent prayer. Many people stop praying just minutes before the breakthrough. In the Bible, Elijah prayed 7 times for rain before a tiny cloud appeared. If he had stopped at 6, he would have missed the miracle. Jesus told the parable of the persistent widow to show us that we should always pray and not give up. Your unanswered prayer isn't necessarily a no. It might be a not yet or a keep seeking me. Persistence in prayer builds a relationship. God isn't a vending machine. He is a father. Sometimes he withholds the answer just to keep you in his presence a little longer because he knows that the relationship is a bigger blessing than the request. Stop treating prayer as a religious duty and start treating it as a divine privilege. You have a direct line to the one who sustained the stars and breathed life into your lungs. Whatever you are facing today, whether it's a broken relationship, a financial crisis, or a silent struggle in your soul, take it to the Lord. Do not underestimate what a 30-second sincere prayer can do compared to 30 years of human effort. If this message reminded you of the power you carry in your prayer life, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs a breakthrough. Comment below with, I believe in the power of prayer, to stand in faith with us. God bless you, and remember, keep praying because he is listening.